The art of knowing no boundaries, taking control of your financial life, creating the life that you want to have. Being successful is having those things that you want to have, when you want to have it, and how you want to have it. Changing your life, making a difference, placing an impact, and having people around you that you love and admire. And now, here's the man that we all love and admire. Let's welcome Michael Chitwood.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Get Motivated today, and we want to welcome you to this evening's broadcast. We have something a little different for you this evening. We decided that we wanted to spend all of our time with you. I told him, I said, I don't want to roll one video. I don't want to roll one motivational clip. I want to spend all of the time tonight with the family. So we want to welcome you. By the way, those of you that are just now coming on, why don't you take just a minute and invite somebody to this broadcast? I think it'd be incredible because I'm getting ready to share with you 5 top things on successful people and 5 top things on unsuccessful people. We've given you 40 so far over the period of time, but these are the 5 that have come back from all of you that said, hey, that's the 5 top things for successful people and the 5 top things on unsuccessful people. So take just a minute and welcome each one to the broadcast. I want you to invite somebody right now, if you would, because this is going to be, I think, a life-changing broadcast for you and for them. Today is February the 12th. We're only a couple of days away from Valentine's. And believe it or not, the man that started the whole Red Lobster deal about, 2 years ago? I think it was about 2 years ago, wasn't it, when he said he was taking his wife on his, I think, was it 25th anniversary back then? 25th anniversary to Red Lobster, and we blasted him pretty good. I want you to know that he has now sent us an email. He said, Dr. Chitwood, I will never take my wife to Red Lobster again for anything. And this year, he told me that he had reservations at Ruth's Chris and right outside of Atlanta, Georgia. I didn't know he was that close, man. He could come up here and whip me. So I guess I need to be careful what I'm saying. But he's going to take his wife for Valentine's to Ruth's Chris. So isn't that good? We ought to tell Bill that he's doing a good job staying away from Red Lobster. But you better not take your wife to Red Lobster for Valentine's Day. You better take her somewhere where she can enjoy herself and let her know that you appreciate her very much. I want to talk to you briefly about these 5 things that successful people do. Now, there's a total of 20. Successful people do 20 things, and unsuccessful people do 20 things. And I've given these to you before, and then I asked many of you to return those to me as your top 5. And as we average these together, these are the top 5 of the successful people. Number 1 is still number 1 at the top of the charts, by the way. Successful people have a sense and a heart of gratitude. That's still number 1. Can somebody put that on the screen, that you have a sense, a heart, and an attitude of gratitude? And I was kindly surprised about this one here. This is the second one here. The second one, that's the top 10, the top 5 out of the top 20, is that they embrace change. I thought that was a little unusual to be the second one. They embrace change. Somebody put number 2 on the screen now, that successful people embrace change. I thought that was good, though. They have a grateful heart, but they embrace change. Number 3, I wasn't real surprised about this one, but successful people read at least one book every month, and most of them read every day. That's number 3 on the top 5 of the most successful people of what they do. 1, they have a grateful heart. Number 2, they embrace change. And then number 3, they read a book at least once a month on success, finance, motivation, whatever it may be. They read Chitwood's books too, by the way. But they also read something every day, not just a book a month. In order to get to a book a month, you need to read about 10 to 12 pages every day. So they said they read every day. Look at number 4 here. I thought that this was good. They're continuously learning. You know, a lot of people think that you stop learning when you walk across the stage and you flip your ribbon on your hat at graduation. You say, well, I've graduated from high school or graduated from college. It's done. Oh, no. It's just now starting, by the way. So I just wanted to tell you that number 4 is that they say that they're continuously learning. Now listen to this one here, and I'm not sure that I'm not sure out of all of these that's here that I would even agree with this one, but this is what it says right here. It says that they always, number 5, they always have smart people around them. Now, to me, there would have been some others on here that I would put on there. Always give credit to others for victories, but that's not on there. The top 5 is the ones that I just mentioned to you for a successful person that was surveyed by all of you. And you sent that in to us, and that's how we scored that. Now, the unsuccessful people, top 5, you're going to love this, by the way. Get ready. Unsuccessful people, top 5. Now, we're talking about getting motivated, and to get motivated, you have to be successful. To get successful, you need to know what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Listen to this. Unsuccessful people, number 1, hold a grudge. I never really thought that that would be the number 1, is that they would be holding a grudge. That's number 1. This is called get motivated, get fired up. Remember last week we played our music, our new theme song. Now get fired up, get fired up, get fired up, fired up. But the number 1 thing that unsuccessful people do is they hold a grudge. There's Deborah Neer, Charlie Austin, Debbie Booth, Patricia Moore. They know what I'm talking about on that because they don't hold grudges. They're successful at what they do. That's what makes them successful. But that's the number 1 thing for unsuccessful people. They hold a grudge. That's pretty, I didn't think that would be number 1. What did y'all think? Y'all think that that's a fair thing? Those of you that didn't get to send yours in and didn't get to cast your vote for the number 5 unsuccessful things, you may, true, well, Debbie Booth, true, some of you, yeah, true, many of you, Greg, Greg, okay. The number 2 thing, and I agree with this one, is that unsuccessful people watch television every day. Unsuccessful people watch television every day. I believe that. Because they're watching the Georgia Housewives, they're watching building the empire, they're watching all these things about other successful people and their jets and their yachts, but they don't have one. So it's important for you to understand that successful people watch a whole bunch of television. Put that on the screen, somebody. There it is. Deborah Neal's got it. Watch TV every day. There's Pam Gaddis, Ethel Smith, David Alcrest, Rose, Mobley 6, Greg 313. All right. Rhonda, there's Rhonda. All right, Rhonda Robinson. Now, the third thing that unsuccessful people do, and I thought that this was good, and I don't think it wouldn't be my top 3, but it says they always fly by the seat of their pants on everything that they do. It says that they're always late. They're always procrastinating on things. In other words, they don't wait to fix something before it breaks. They let it break and then fix it. So they fly by the seat of their pants. That's number 3. That wouldn't have been mine, by the way, but you voted and you cast your vote on this national and international voting session. So it's now those people that are unsuccessful, they fly by the seat of their britches. Listen to this. Number 4. This is a good one here I thought was good. This one I could agree with. Unsuccessful people are always blaming other people for their failures and unsuccessfulness. The people that's unsuccessful, they're always blaming others. I think that that's a main factor, don't you? Is that Lee Valentine? Hello, Lee Valentine. So it's very important for you to understand that that's number 4. And here's the last one here, and I agree with this one too. Unsuccessful people are always criticizing everybody for everything that they do. That's the reason why that we've taught you before for years now that you need to stay away from dream killers. You need to stay away from dream stealers. You need to stay away from joy stealers, people that steal your joy and your dream. Can I get a witness from somebody this afternoon on Get Motivated here? Oh, I see. Okay. So therefore, it's important for you to understand that through this process here, you're going to be in a position to get motivated and to get fired up. To get motivated and to get fired up. In just a minute, I'm going to play that for you. Get motivated. I want you to hear that. I want you to hear it one time. I told them not to do it, and I'll still be on the air. I'm not going anywhere, but I want you to get that down into you because that's going to be a major thing. By the way, you get your T-shirt. That says Get Fired Up. You'll love it because this T-shirt's different, and I'll show you when you get here. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Write that down. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. Rich people are much bigger than their problems. See, getting rich is not a stroll in the park. Getting rich is not easy. It's full of twists and turns and detours and obstacles. The road to wealth is with traps and pitfalls. Did you know that the road to wealth has traps and pitfalls? Somebody put that on the screen tonight because the road to wealth, the road to that $1 million bank account that you want, the road to that $1 billion bank account that you want is full of pitfalls. They don't want the hassles. Poor people don't want the hassles. They want an easy life. They want it easy. Listen to me just a minute. Poor people don't want hassle with anything. They just want everything to be carefree. Listen, the poor people don't want headaches with what's going bad, the responsibilities. In short, they don't want the problems. I've learned that poor people are poor because they don't want the problems. You're right. There it is, Terry Button. The road is full of pitfalls. There it is right there. Jose, road is full of pitfalls. The poor want to be Oh, I love that. The poor want to be carefree. So it's important for us to make sure that we understand that we know the difference between a poor person and a rich person when it comes to problems. Now, you need to get fired up. Listen, therein lies one of the biggest differences between rich people and poor people. What? Can we accept problems? Can we handle problems? How big are you tonight? Are you still letting your problem push you down and keep you down, whether you can't do what you're supposed to do? I'm telling you right now that I know you because you've been here at this theater, 1,000, 1,500 people. You've been here, and I know the potential that's inside of you. You've got seeds of greatness and potential inside of you that will explode just any minute. Oh, my God, I felt something right then. Did anybody feel that right then? Somebody's getting ready to explode tonight because you're getting fired up tonight. Listen, rich and successful people are bigger than their problems, while poor people and unsuccessful people are smaller than their problems. We probably need to add that to the list because the list just keeps growing. It's 20 on each side right now, but I can see right now where that we would very easily have 15 more added to each one of these. Poor people will do almost anything to avoid problems. Poor people will do almost anything to avoid problems. You say, well, I'm talking to you. No, I'm talking to people out there that don't want to change. You wouldn't be on here if you didn't want to change because successful people do what unsuccessful people won't do. Somebody right now is watching television on seeing somebody on Empire fly their jet from Los Angeles to New York right now, taking their girlfriend or their wife to a nice restaurant up there and then flying back to L.A. tonight. Let me tell you something. You wouldn't be watching this if you have a poverty mentality. You wouldn't be watching this right now if you wanted to be poor the rest of your life. Poor people do almost anything to avoid problems. They see a challenge and they run from it. Now, what I need to do is I need to tell you that the irony about that is simply this. Their quest to solve problems is they don't understand that the problems that they're going to solve is going to make them better for tomorrow. Bigger problems today going to make you better and bigger for tomorrow. That's why you need to get fired up. I want you to watch this real quick. Get fired up. Just about 2 or 3 seconds. Get fired up. Watch this while I take a drink of this coffee.
Get fired up! 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 Get fired up!
Can anybody out there get fired up tonight about life? Can anybody out there get fired up about success? Can anybody out there get fired up about money tonight? Does anybody would like to get some money tonight? Instead of being broke and miserable and seeing problems as big as they are, as big as a mountain, why don't you start looking at that problem as something that you can solve? Let me tell you what I'm looking for. Oh, I just had a streak that hit my thought process right then. Let me tell you what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for people that's always complaining. I'm going to tell you something right now. I got to say this right now. I wasn't going to say this. In fact, the producer and all of them, they told me, said, don't say that. You're going somewhere that you shouldn't go. But you know, when something hits that brain of mine, it'll grow. When you put a seed in my head, it'll grow everything except the hair. It grows everything. When you put a seed in my brain, it'll grow everything except hair. I can tell you this right now. The one thing that I do not understand these days, when you correct somebody in your office, you do understand that they can't take correction anymore. I mean, they start crying. They start wanting to do this and wanting to do that. Let me tell you something. I want people that are problem solvers. Have I got any problem solvers out there tonight? Put on the screen, I am a problem solver. Any problem solvers out there tonight? Any problem solvers that can help Michael tonight? I need a problem solver. Listen, the irony of this whole thing is the quest to make sure that your problems, you've got big problems out there, but you're a big person. Don't remain broke and don't remain where that these problems make you so miserable. Do you know how many people that I know right now that have so much potential that are flat miserable? You know why? Because they can't handle problems. Listen, the secret to success. Every person listening to me right now, listen, I'm looking at the screen over here. I've got several screens, but I'm looking at this because this is a family There's Ethel. There's Debbie. There's Raymond. We've got there. I'm a problem solver. Right there is what I want to see. Patricia, problem solver extraordinary. Okay, good. Pam Gaddis, I'm a problem solver. There they are right there. There they are live right there. They're right there. Ruthie Adams, problem solver. Listen, let me tell you something right now. You are my family, and the secret to success is not to try to avoid or get rid of or shrink from your problems. As long as you stay fired up, as long as you stay fired up, as long as you stay on top of your problems, you are never going to be, no one's ever going to keep you down. That's why the successful people do what unsuccessful people won't do. That's why that I love the people that's on here tonight, because they're family. See, the secret to grow yourself to a bigger life is to make sure that you handle the big problem that you've got right now. Listen, you need to understand that playing big or playing small, problems do not go away. Whether you've got a small problem or a big problem, it's just a problem. The only difference is that when you was a little kid, the problem was real big then, and now when you're adult, the problem is small. But see, you're still looking at that problem as something that you can't handle, that you can't solve. Listen, if you have a big problem in life, all that means is that you're being a little bit too small. If your problem is too big in life, you're just being a little bit too small. The bigger the problem you can handle, the bigger the business you can handle. I want to say it again, put it on the screen quickly. I'm fired up right now. The bigger the problem you can handle, the bigger the business you can handle. Get fired up. Get fired up. You need to get fired up tonight. You need to quit sitting around. You need to keep doing the same thing over and over. When are you going to change your life? I've been with you for 2 years. I want to know, when are you going to change your life? When are you going to quit just typing stuff on the screen all the time and you're not doing anything? You need to get off of your fat butt, and you need to get to work and accomplish that. When you get fired up, you'll find. I tell you how you get fired up. Somebody needs to put a fire under your butt. If they'll get a fire under your butt, you'll get fired up. Oh, God. Now, the bigger the problem, the bigger your business. But here's something else. The bigger the money, the more money you can have. Because, see, that's even in my favorite book. My favorite book that I read every day of my life says this. It says, to whom much is given, much is required. You need to buy that book. It's the best-selling book in the world. It says, to whom much is given, much is required. To whom much is given, much is required. Can I get somebody to put that on the screen, or are you afraid to put it up tonight? To whom much is given, much is required. Ladies and gentlemen, I submit, somebody put it up, the best-selling book of all time. She just put it on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. She just typed it on the screen, the best-selling book ever written in the whole world. It certainly has outsold my books by the billions. The more money you have, the more you're going to have to know the principle is, to whom much is given, much is required. I want you to start thinking of yourself as a container of wealth. You are a container of wealth. And what's inside of you is seeds of greatness. And these seeds of greatness that you have, there's Johnny, there's Becky, there's Reggie. Hey, Reggie, good to see you, man. Hey, from Texas, Reggie from Texas. It's important that you know that those seeds of greatness inside of you. There's seeds of greatness inside of you. Listen, nothing can keep you down except you. I hear people talk all the time. In fact, I just met a man. What was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, Roma? I met a man 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he was telling me how that he had all these dreams. In fact, you remember, I don't know if you might have been there with me. He came here to the center. He pulled out his book, and he's got this big book of all these dreams. And one of them had a date on it. I don't know if you remember that or not, but I think it was like 2009 or 10 or something like that. And I may be off on that. Did you happen to see that or not? You didn't see that, but it's 2009 or 2010. And I said, what have you been waiting on for 8 years to accomplish what you want to do? Now, we have with us tonight, first time as far as I know that she's been here. She's going to be one of our speakers at the Get Motivated Conference, and that's none other than the great, fabulous QVC Woman of the World, Miss Lee Valentine, who is Miss Missouri. I've worked for her my entire life. I've known her and her great son Joshua for my whole life. I went to the wedding in North Carolina, biggest wedding I've ever seen, about 30 or 40, 50 bridesmaids. But she's been here before to teach. She's coming back June 1st. But Lee had a dream. To get that name, Lee Valentine. She was the first one on television to introduce her product called the non-surgical facelift. She had a dream, and Lee Valentine did something about it. You know what? I believe that there's plenty of you out there that you have a dream and you just never done it. He showed me that book. When he showed me that book, it was 2009 or 2010. I said, what in the world have you been waiting on? I mean, he even had some of the things trademarked in his book, the trademark. I said, what? He said, well, I'm just getting all this together. The guy's about 50-something years of age. I said, what are you waiting on? You got to do something to change your life. You got to do something to lift yourself. Listen, rich people are excellent receivers. Rich people are excellent receivers. Somebody put that on the screen real quick. Rich people are excellent receivers. Poor people are very poor receivers. So you got two here. You got a rich man that can receive, and you got a poor man that it's hard to receive. Rich people are excellent receivers. Poor people are not. Now listen, one last point. You should start making this declaration every day of your life. We're going to put it on here, and you can replay the broadcast. Send it to your friends. 1, I am bigger than any problem that I have. I am bigger than any problem that I have. 3 things. Write them down. 1, I am bigger than any problem that I have. I am bigger than any problem that I have. Number 2, I can handle any problem that comes my way. I can handle any problem that comes my way. I am bigger than any problem that I have. I am bigger than any problem that I have. There it is. Look, they're blowing it up. There's Violetta, Mary Albert, Pam. They're blowing it up right now. We're way over the limit right now. I don't know if you know that. We're over the limit right now. We're over the limit. So if it starts freezing, it's going to start freezing. You're way over. It's going to start freezing. You'll put it up. It's going to say there it is right there. It's already freezing right there. I told you it was going to happen. You're bigger than any problem that you have. Last thing, I'd like to ask you to do this. Now, you'll think this is simple, dumb, and stupid. Let me tell you what you need to do. Can I get you just with your hand that's free? Stop typing for a minute. You've been typing for 2 years. I'd like for you just to touch your head right here. Either side's fine. It doesn't matter. Touch it in the front if you want to. I want you to say this. And I'm going to put this on the screen too. I want somebody to let go of the head right now, probably Debbie Booth, and put this on the screen. I have a millionaire mind. I have a millionaire mind. Come on, tap it. I have a millionaire mind. I have a millionaire mind. Listen, I am bigger than any problem that can come my way. Number 2, I can handle any problem that comes my way. And I have a millionaire mind. I want you to be reminded of one thing. If you say you're worthy, you're probably not. If you say you're not worthy, you probably are. Either way, you will live straight into your story. So you need to understand that you're worthy for everything that's been provided for you on this earth. One thing, by the power invested in me right now, I hereby appoint you as a worthy person from now and forevermore. Don't you ever let me hear you say that you're not worthy. Don't ever let me hear you say that you don't deserve it. Don't ever let me hear you say that it's not for me. I'm telling you now, by the power that I have inside of me by God, that you are worthy to be rich, wealthy, happy, successful, and healthy. You should not be sick. You should not be broke. You shouldn't be going through a divorce. But see, I know what caused your divorce. It wasn't the love of money that caused your divorce. It was the lack of money that caused your divorce, because all stats point to it that 50-something% of divorced people get divorced because of the lack of money. It's not the love of money. It's the lack of money. Now, I want you to get your thinking straightened out, because some of you got what we call stinking thinking. I want that thinking to change. I want that thinking to change. Are you with me so far? I want you to get away from it. It's time for you to change your life. Now, 2 things and I'm gone. 2 things. Number 1, you have to get motivated. And that's the reason why that I want to encourage you to get registered for our June 1st and June 2nd conference. We have Les Brown. We have Miss Lee Valentine. We have Shannon Cook. I mean, we've got George Bush. We have a whole lineup of people that's going to be here live on the Get Motivated conference beginning June 1st and June 2nd. Now, we thought that we would have it up today, but we don't. We're still fine-tuning it so it can be perfect for you. As you know, Debbie Booth will not put up anything that's not perfect. Cook's a little upset with her. The producer's a little upset with her because they had the slides and the graphics ready to go, but she's not going to put it up unless it's perfect. And I appreciate that about Debbie Booth. Here's what we got. You need to get signed up now. The only place you can sign up now is by calling. But I can tell you that the seats are going very fast in the platinum section. And that's the seats that's right up front. Don't forget, I'm giving away, I think it's called, is it called a fire tablet? Is that what it's called? A fire tablet? It's called a fire tablet. We're giving away, I think it's 4 fire tablets. Debbie Booth can tell me more about it. And what is it? We're giving away Starbucks coffee. What do you call it? Gift cards. We're giving away some Amazon gift cards. I mean, there it is. 4. Well, you got to tell me what it is. 4 what? 4 fire pads, I guess. Is it called a fire pad? Is that the thing? Fire pad? Fire tablet. Is that good? Fire tablet. And we're going to give away Starbucks gift cards. I think it's about 6 or 10 of those or something. I don't know. That will all be on megamichael.com when that gets up there. There it is, fire tablet right there. Thank you very much. Fire tablet. That's Donna Thompson right there. Fire tablet. We're going to be giving away Kindle fire tablets at the Get Motivated conference. You get your Get Motivated T-shirt, and you also get your Get Fired Up T-shirt. You get a lot of other things if you're in the platinum seating section. You get your free breakfast. You get your free lunch with George Bush, where you can make pictures if you like George Bush and you want to get a picture with him. It's going to be great. We have a big conference coming up. That's why that we're taking our time to plan this right so that everything can be perfect. It's going to be right here. Right here. And by the way, somebody just put it up. I don't know if Cook's with us, Dr. Cook's with us tonight or not, but give me the guy that we've hired to come out of I think it's Las Vegas for our rapper. I mean, we have the most incredible rapper, and he's not going to be doing bad songs. You've got to see this whole program I'm putting together. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Give me the rapper. I can't get KG54 or something like that. No, KJ52. Man, my God, you have never heard anybody like KJ52. Friend of mine out of Las Vegas, I think it is. But listen. He is going to be on fire here because this is a Get Motivated conference. Now, there's not going to be any cussing in his songs or anything like that, so don't get that spiritual crap going on me. I want you to be here so that we can get you motivated and get you fired up. I want to get you fired up. You can go to megamichael.com. The announcement will be coming soon. Right now, it's just not ready. But you can call us if you want to register. It's $199 for platinum seating for 2 days of incredible motivation, fired up. You get your notebook for the conference. You get the incredible speakers. If you miss this, it will probably be a sign that you'll miss your destiny for the rest of this year and maybe the rest of your life. So you better get signed up. It's $199. Here's the way you do it. Call 800-854-5891. You can speak to Renee Gore, our executive director, or you can speak to Roma Hamby. We've shifted her over there for this because of the overflow of calls. And, of course, they overflow to other people, to Elaine and Patricia and so forth. But right now, it's 199 days for 2 incredible, incredible, incredible days. I can't wait to hear Lee Valentine. I tell you what, she was incredible last time. But wait till you hear her in a setting like this. Get motivated, get fired up. It's going to be great. So we're excited about it. By the way, you should see the Get Motivated and the Get Fired Up T-shirts. The Get Fired. Hey, by the way, has anybody received their Get Motivated T-shirts yet? Have we sent those out yet?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they've gone out. Has anybody received your Get Motivated T-shirts that we did for you? Get motivated. Be sure that you bring those to the conference because we're going to have everybody to wear those on one of the sessions. So bring that to the conference. No. I got my T-shirt. Thank God one person did because everybody will think we're crooks. No, not yet. You're Duber, you are wrong. Okay, I don't know what she's saying. I guess I'm wrong about something. I'm always wrong. Not yet. Debbie Booth got hers. Well, they're in the mail. And you see that some have received it, but it looks like that most of you haven't received it yet. But it's coming. I've showed it to you before, so it's coming. Get ready to get your Get Motivated T-shirt. It is going to in the mail. There it is right there. It's in the mail. We just found out it's in the mail. So you'll be getting that just any day, all right? So I look forward to seeing you June 1st and June 2nd right here at the ICCM World Renowned Theater here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You need to get registered now. Go to 800-854-5891, 800-854-5891, and I think you're going to find out when you leave here, you're going to be on fire, you're going to get fired up, and you're going to get motivated. I'm ready for it, aren't you? I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it, aren't you? Anybody ready to get motivated? Anybody ready to get fired up? I'll tell you what, we are ready to rock and roll. I'll tell you that right now. I'm excited about what's getting ready to take place. Thank you for joining us this evening on Get Motivated. And I want you to know that I wanted this to be different tonight so I could just spend time with you. Instead of all these videos that we run, I wanted to spend time with you tonight because you are the most important person in my life. Remember this, if I can change the way that you think, I can change the way that you live. Not any doubt in my mind about it.
You have successfully made it out of the lion's den. On our next Get Motivated, you're going to be facing the boardroom beast. You will really need to be motivated next week if you can survive it on Get Motivated. Until then, stay motivated and remember, you're the best at what you do and you can always go to the top. We will see you at the top.